If Chipotle is not going to bring it back, then I'm going to. Let me show you guys how you can make at-home Chipotle bowls for instead of this much for double chicken, you can make it for this much. And it probably tastes a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie guys, these were good, but Chipotle is hard to beat. But what's not hard to beat is that price. But we're gonna start off with our corn salsa. And the first thing we're gonna do to elevate this above Chipotle is roast our corn in the oven. This is gonna give it a nice toasted nutty flavor. And anything with a golden brown crust is gonna be better than anything without one. So in order to do this, we're gonna start by peeling all of our corn. After you've peeled off the green husks, there's gonna be some little hairs on there. I recommend using water to help rinse those off. Then you're going to pat them dry and just spray them down with some oil. Also remember to rotate your corn and get oil on all sides of the corn. Now we're just going to broil these. Keep an eye on them. You don't want these to burn. I don't want to give you a specific time because everyone's broiler is going to be different, and I don't want to say broil on high for 10 minutes and you come back and your corn is black. So just keep your eye out for them. Now while your corn is getting some color on it, we're going to prepare the rest of our corn salsa. So first, take a red onion, peel it, and cut it in half. Then you're just going to dice up each of those halves. I don't like crunching into a big piece of red onion, so I like to cut mine a little bit finer, but you can cut yours however big or small that you'd like. Go ahead and transfer these onions into your bowl, and then we're going to start with the jalapeno prep. Cut them into half, and then in order to take out the white fibrous part, we're going to make an A kind of cut. So like a triangle without the bottom. Then those little white pieces can just come right out, and you can take out as many seeds as you want or leave them in. Then we're going to crack the jalapenos back just to get it nice and flat, and then we're going to make lengthwise cuts, turn it, and then dice it up. Go ahead and throw those right into the bowl alongside your red onion and just repeat with the rest of your jalapenos. Okay, our corn is looking nice and golden brown. We're gonna give it a roll and then set it back into the oven and just repeat this process until all your sides are nice and toasted. Next up for the corn salsa is some cilantro. Now, the first thing I wanna do with this cilantro is just separate the bare parts of the stem from the leafy parts of the stem. And to make this a little bit easier to chop up, we're gonna roll the cilantro all together to keep it in like one mass. We're basically giving the cilantro a body so that when we cut it up, it doesn't fly everywhere across the counter. And obviously I don't have that like soap cilantro gene. I feel so bad for people who do, but I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. Sometimes when I think about soap when I eat cilantro, it does start to taste like soap. But anyways, our corn is now done, and I'm going to show you guys how you can easily take this off of the cob without any sort of hassle. The first thing you're going to need is a plate and a bowl. Your bowl is going to act as a podium for your corn. So just place your corn vertically on top and just slice down, and the corn pieces will fall right into the plate below. Then all you have to do is give it a spin and just repeat with the rest of your corn. I feel like corn is one of those like hidden gem ingredients that people don't really utilize that much, because like a nice roasted corn is so much different than normal. The smell alone is just so nutty and creamy, and it also makes for a great snack to have while you're cooking. And to wrap this corn salsa up, we're gonna add our corn to the bowl, and then we're gonna throw in a few pinches of cilantro. We need a lot for the rice, so don't go too heavy on this unless you bought extra. Then we're going to grate in the zest of 1 lime, and this might be the worst microplane I've ever had to use. Once you've got the zest in there, we're going to squeeze in the juice of that same lime to just kind of give the salsa a nice pop. And to help balance out the acidity, we're going to add some seasonings like salt and pepper. And then we're going to go in with a lot of garlic powder, and then some paprika, and then a little bit of cumin. And all it's left to do now is just mix everything together. Corn salsa is one of those things where it's like I never expect myself to enjoy, but it's always so good. It's just such a simple side dish that comes together so quickly and adds so much to a dish. It can take anything boring and give it such wonderful character. Now for the cilantro lime rice, this is super easy. This is about 1 cup of white rice mixed in with the rest of our cilantro and then half of a lime. We're also going to season with just a little bit of salt, and then we're going to just mix everything together, and that's it, cilantro lime rice. There's no reason you shouldn't be making this at home. Just take the 30 seconds it takes to make this and do yourself a favor. Now for quite possibly the best chicken marinade of all time, we're going to start by toasting about half a tablespoon worth of cumin seeds and almost an entire clove of garlic. If you don't have cumin seeds, you can just use the powder stuff. I'm just trying to use what I got in the pantry. But this is going to go on a dry heat over like medium-low. Next, into a food processor, we're going in with 1 entire bunch of cilantro. You can see our spices have gotten a little bit of color on them, but our cumin is starting to burn, so we're going to throw those in. Then we're going to add the juice and zest of 2 limes. Next, we're going in with about half a cup of pineapple juice, and then an entire can of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. These pineapples are also a great snack to have while you're cooking too. So you've got corn and pineapples already. Now to make this honey adobo chicken, we're gonna go in with a little bit less than a quarter cup of honey. I didn't really measure because we can always adjust later, so start small and then build up once we've mixed it together. Then I just added some salt and onion powder and then we blitzed it up. Now here's a little too thick and chunky, so I'm gonna add some water, or if you have extra pineapple juice, that would work. And we're gonna blend it again to hopefully help things smooth over. This is better, but I still want it a little bit runnier. Just repeat until you get your consistency. Always check the taste for seasoning. I'm gonna go in with some salt. It needed a lot more garlic, a little bit more cumin. But here, if it's not acidic enough, you can add some more lime juice or you can add some more honey. It really just depends on how you want it to taste. Now for the chicken, I'm using chicken thighs because who wants to grill chicken breast? And I'm gonna open these up because they're still kind of frozen to make sure the marinade gets in all the cracks and crevices. And just pour in all that marinade. You don't have to use all of it. You just want enough to cover the chicken. Cover your chicken with a lid and just give it a nice shake to distribute that marinade. And this marinade can freeze perfectly fine and it goes great on shrimp, fish, obviously chicken, even tofu. So definitely don't let it go to waste. Now I'm just going to get in there and make sure the marinade is actually coating all the pieces of chicken, and if it's not, just give a little pat. Also, remember to take your blade out of the food processor and not let it fall into the bowl because those things are sharp. Yeah, thanks buddy. I appreciate that. Try to let this chicken sit overnight, but if not, it is time to grill this up. Now I'm not going to do any special plating with this. Come on guys, it's a Chipotle bowl. Go in with your rice, add your corn salsa, throw in your chicken. This is a green goddess sauce that's in my last video. I'll put it in the description below. Some shredded cheese, some greens, and then finally a few wedges of lime. And as always, you got to eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. We all know how a Chipotle bowl tastes, so I'm not going to be doing any taste tests for you guys. But do yourself a favor, do your wallet a favor, do your body a favor, and give this a try. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.